happen in the MX2 Ram qualifying race. Round 14, the FI Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Finland. We just had a massive downpour right before the start of the race. Simon Langenfelder, though, he led the way from Sasha Kunin. The fast starting Arve Luning as well right there in third, but his position at the front was short-lived because Oriol Oliver, 51 on the WZ race in KTM, he moved into third, and behind him the usual favourites like the 72 of Liam Everts and the 93 Jargo Geerts, who tried to go around the outside of Everts but came unstuck. Those two were fighting over fifth position. Then Everts made a mistake on the exit. That allowed Geerts to go through into fifth place. Adamo, who also made a poor start, tried to nip up the inside, thought better of taking his teammate wide, and it was Everts who held on to what was then sixth position. Rick Elzinga got the better of Oriol Oliver on lap 6 of 13 to move into third, and he would stay there for about 3 laps. Adamo then lost the position as he stalled. He went down to 8. Lucas Kunin went through, but that didn't last long either. Geerts up the inside of Oliver to move into 4th place as he went after his teammate Elzinga, and then this pass on his teammate to move into third on lap 9. Lucas Kunin then had an issue, looked down at the back of the bike, picked himself up from there, and then he fell and would eventually pull out of the race. He will go to the line 22nd place. Liam Everts up the inside of Elzinga on the final lap to take over 4th place. Elzinga would come home 5th ahead of Adamo and Oliver, but no one a match for Simon Langenfelder, taking the win by about 5 seconds or so. And Langenfelder on the Red Bull Gas taking his second Ram qualifying win, his second pole position of the season from Sasha Kunin, his best of the year, and then Geerts, Everts, Elzinga and Adamo, with Oliver and McClellan rounding out the top 8. The final points going to 9th place Kevin Horgmo and 10th place Emil Weckman. And what does that do for the championship? Well, at the start of the day it was 13 points between Adamo and Geerts. They're now separated by 10 ahead of race 1. Adamo still leads the championship, though, ahead of Geerts, De Wolf, Everts and Beniston. Beniston not here, nor too Van der Moostijk or De Wolf. Slightly better conditions for the MXGP Ram qualifying race here at Vanta. Jorge Prado grabbed the whole shot. Jeffrey Hurlings got squeezed and he would emerge around about 15th at the end of lap 1, but going through in the first couple of corners in second, third were Fevre and Fernandez. Siwa, then Koldenhoff and Benoit Pacharel with Geiser just behind them. Geiser then got himself into 5th with this move on the Hoff. That was on the opening lap, and then lap 2, as he came into land, back wheel locked up. An issue with the chain initially. He got it freed, rejoined the race, but down in 16th. He would eventually come home in 12th. All eyes on the battle between the top 2 in the championship, top 2 in the race, Prado and Fevre. Jeffrey Hurlings battling through from 13th at the end of the opening lap. This move on Alvin Osland got him into 10. That's where the Red Bull KTM rider would finish. The JWR Honda goes to the line 11, ahead of Tim Geiser. Geiser's HRC teammate, though, hanging on there in third, made a mistake, went off track, didn't lose any positions. Fernandez will go to the line 3rd. But on the final lap, Koldenhoff got the better of his teammate Siwa. This move in the penultimate turn on the final lap, putting him in 4th place. No one a match, though, for Jorge Prado. A comfortable win in the end over Roman Fevre. Fernandez 3rd, Koldenhoff 4th, and Jeremy Siwa 5th. And for Jorge Prado, that's his 9th Ram qualifying race win of the season, which means he's on pole for the 9th time this season, picking up all 10 points as well. Roman Fevre finishing 2nd ahead of Ruben Fernandez, Glenn Koldenhoff, Jeremy Siwa, the Jerry man, Jeremy Van Horbeke, Benoit Pacharel, Calvin Verlanderen, and behind them, Albi Ferrato and Jeffrey Hurlings. And the championship started at 99 points between Prado and Fevre. It's now back out to 100 as they line up for the races on Sunday. No change, though, between the rest of the riders. Siwa still 3rd, Fernandez, Koldenhoff, Verlanderen. Good to see Hurlings back on the grid this weekend. He's still 7th, ahead of Ferrato. The top 10 going to Valentin Guillaume and Guadagnini. Neither of those two here this weekend.